Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We are about to start the trial of the century because, to be quite honest, I have no idea how someone was able to damage Mechamaru. There's an inkling that he might have been dropped somehow based on what Nagito said and our investigation, but I don't know how that's even possible, to be quite honest. Unless, well, we kind of figured out that, or I surmised rather, because of my big brain, that one house is probably on top of another house. So I think Strawberry House is on top of Grape House. And the only reason I think that is because Nagito dropped down into Strawberry House with the floor hatch from inside the final dead room. At least that's what I predicted. That's why he appeared out of nowhere when the elevator was out of commission still. And that's probably why he was laughing when he saw the window in the final dead room, because that probably showed him the structure of the funhouse. Like he was implying, and based on what he was implying, I'm going with my guess that one's probably on top of the other, which might have something to do with how Mechamaru got killed. I still don't know how. We'll see. This is gonna be quite interesting. I don't think I have any other skills. All right, finish preparations. Let's start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Do we really need the same explanation 20 times, Monokuma?
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go.
I could go for some Chipotle or something, you know?
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Mechamaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
I hope you are not a pain in my neck throughout the entirety of the trial because of your misguided notions of wanting to avenge him. Well, I guess it's not misguided per se. It's kind of like how Asahina in the first game was being a pain in the dick because she thought someone killed Sakura. That type of thing.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Okay, never mind. You're just okay.
Akane,
My worries have gone away.
you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
We slept in the same house, dipshit.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Technically speaking, yes and no.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Hell yes, so you tell him.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that would solve the elevator mystery, right? If, cause like Nagito said he had access to go back between each house through the final dead room now. So if the killer solved the final dead room and got a weapon from there, which we know they probably did, then they had access to both of the houses. Cause Nagito said that he could go back to either house from whichever house, right? So not that we know that, that means that the killer could have damaged the elevator from the Grape House side and then gone back through the final dead room and then damaged the button on the other side. That makes sense to me now. I don't know why I didn't get that in the last episode.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyways, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Thanks for throwing shade on me too, Akane. It's not like I'm a guy or anything.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Oh boy. Oh, what's wrong with this dipshit? He's been being condescending since last episode after he beat the final dead room and saw the files. What's wrong with you?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
Oh, god damn it. I wanted a third huff from Nagito. Alright, you can tell what the weapon is just by looking at it. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing that the crime scene that looked like it could be a weapon was probably, what, the hammer? I don't think that was used, to be honest. Or maybe it was used, but to break the panel that goes to the sleep button, maybe? I don't know. I feel like it was planted
I guess
there.
we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Oh, new looking hammer.
Killer, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is
Oh.
possible.
That's, god damn it. Why did I miss that?
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The
No.
weapon is decided.
Well, it might have been a surprise beating actually, but the hammer looks new. Why would the new if he was beaten that badly that he was dented in, then the hammer would not look new. I think that's the point
Guess
we're
we
going
should
for
figure
here.
out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene.
That pillar.
No, the hammer. The killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
No.
No, that's wrong.
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Cause I'm big brain and you're not.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
That too.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
And maybe you'd expect to find some like scratches or something. I don't know. Mechamaru was a fucking ginormous robot that took a bazooka to the chest. The hammer would definitely have scratches on it or something as well. Like,
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
oh my god, that's kind of funny. Baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Baby gangsta, baby.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Just admit that you were dumb, okay?
Seems that was a waste of time.
Can we go back to Baby Gangsta?
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
My theory was that the big-ass pillar was dropped on him, but then we found out that there were fragments of the pillar underneath his body. So that arose the theory that he was possibly dropped on the pillar, but I don't know how that was accomplished.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The pillar had oil on it. The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, it's the broken pillar.
I see.
Yeah.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Mechamaru got clobbered with that pillar!
We went over this. We couldn't lift the pillar, okay? Nobody beat someone over the head with a pillar. Just like nobody beat somebody over the head with a TV in Persona 4, okay?
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
It-
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Okay, you're speaking facts. I was about to say, if you were about to go all in with someone used a pillar, I'm gonna murder you, unironically.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
It's no use, it's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Mechamaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Are you saying he beat himself to death with the pillar?
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Exactly.
You mean Mechamaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Why'd you even bring it up?
Then even if Mechamaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Exactly.
Well, I guess you're right.
Akane!
What the heck?
Oh my god. Well, to be fair, at least she admitted she made a mistake, unlike you, scrub. But it does bother me a little. The word died. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. I think Nagisa was trying to confuse me, to be quite honest. I don't think this was a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Mechamaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
It has to be the pillar. That's the only thing that I can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Tilting it over, having it fall on him, that still doesn't make sense though, because there were pillar fragments underneath his body.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
No pressure or anything.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
I'm surprised Sonia didn't get flustered. Damn. Fiery.
Sonia, here I go!
Wire, good night button, oil tipped lamp, wire, I don't know yet.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
That was my
Get
suggestion.
aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Oh wait, do we have the fragments underneath his body?
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
The killer murdered Mechamaru by tipping over that pillar? Is that really it? Is
There's
the
no need to lift that
pillar
pillar.
fragments? There you go.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Wrong! That's
No,
what I
that's
thought too,
wrong.
Sonia. That's why I'm confused.
If Mechamaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Instead, they're beneath his body. Although, I suppose the killer could have just taken the fragments from the top of his body and planted them on the bottom of his body just to make it look like it was something else and complicate the case further, so there's that. But I don't see any motive for that. Or I don't see any indication of that, rather.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Mechamaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I think everybody considered that. Even
I see.
the hamsters
That was
consider that.
entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Mechamaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
It's an integral part of the case, dipshit.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instinct.
It has robot blood on it.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong.
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed.
Enlighten us, oh so ever enlightened God, Nagito.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
Just shut up and get on with it. I don't want to hear any more of your shit, okay?
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Someone punch him for me.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Can you just shut the fuck up and tell me what you wanted to say?
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you?
He read a file and now he's all up his ass about it. I don't know. I think he has that Monokuma Hajime profile file stuff so far up his ass that he's having side effects from it.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
Specific item.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
The wire?
Ultimate weapon?
Actually, did we see hammers in the final dead room? I don't know if we saw hammers in the final dead room, but we did see wire, right?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Anyway.
I am he who
Oh,
cuts
okay,
the
you're going
insolent
still.
catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
Are you done?
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Nagito, diss him some more for me.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Stop gassing him up. He doesn't deserve to be gassed up.
I see.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Me neither, and I don't even have a crush on Sonya, bro.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Bro, shut the fuck up. You figured it out like 2 minutes ago after you beat the final dead room because of your luck, okay? You don't get to talk shit about that. That's so stupid. I don't understand. I fucking hate this dude so much. And it sucks because sometimes you have based moments, but oh my god, bro. You fucking suck.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
I don't think they're gonna care, to be quite honest. Nagito's the only one that seems to have a stick up his ass about ultimate talent or whatever the hell. So.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
That's good. Good job, Sonya.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Bro, no wonder she doesn't want you. You're simping every 2 seconds.
Faux show.
Oh
I shall
god.
leave this matter to your discretion.
dislike points for Sonia have gone up by like 10 points. I'm sorry, Sonia. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought of that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. The compass, right? The compass thing? Strange feeling in the tower, broken doorknob.
In truth, Strawberry Tower is...
Hold on. Fuyuhiko's account. Nagito's sudden appearance, is that a thing? Strange feeling. Oh, look, right. It was quite literally in the same position, the Nekomaru's body, as on the other side. That wouldn't make sense if they were on opposite sides of the same structure.
The Great Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
They are.
I mean, the walls are different colors.
Right?
And the designs on the floor are also different.
Right?
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Wait, what the hell am I supposed to hit with this? Hold on.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
They are,
I
though.
mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
But we already established that those
We've
are
already settled.
projections.
Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Am I supposed to hit Sonia's statement? That was the one that seems like the least, like, non-exact thing. Because, like, they are different colors. I'm not going to rebut that. But, like, that's the only thing I can see possibly 1% being the thing.
Are actually the exact same place.
Wait, why?
No, that's wrong.
They are, though.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
They quite literally are. The body's still there. They're the same place.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What the hell is your kingdom up to?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Shut up. You don't get to act all chummy after you've been pissing on me, okay?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Great Tower from Great Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Okay, but that's still the same place. The positioning is different, so like the room might have moved, but it's still the same place with the same body in it. What does that have to do with the rebuttal point?
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
I think that's also something I thought of.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
It doesn't have to it is the exact same place. It's just that some funky shit happened. Like you said, it might have rotated 180 degrees.
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because the body was in the same place on both sides, right? The same vantage point and everything. If Strawberry Hall is on top of Grape Hall, like I surmise, then maybe the floor of the tower goes up and down. And if let's say Strawberry Hall is on top of Grape Hall, and they both lead to the same tower, and the floor just goes up and down, then that would explain why the body was the exact same as it was on the what would that be, the Grape House floor, the bottom floor, I'm guessing. So that would make sense, right? It doesn't have to rotate or anything. But then what about the elevator? They said it went in like a 180 degree or something. Does that mean that the elevator just stayed the same, or does it mean it went up and down, or does it mean that it went like in a weird circle that ascended? I don't know. The elevator is the most interesting part for me right now, to be quite honest.
Bow down.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Sonia, why?
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That's such a stupid rebuttal. Who did that? Who stayed behind inside the tower that has motion sensors, you dumbass?
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
What is this? What is this?
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
So all of a sudden he decides to tamper with the evidence out of nowhere?
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Or I like the fire, Sonia, but you're being dumb.
Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Oh no, don't say that. Don't get your head chopped off. Those Tipped over pillar.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Oh.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
How the hell? How am I?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
What? Bro, how? How does it take
There are
two
many
slashes?
different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Bro, what the fuck?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
How? What the fuck? What?
There are many
That
different
is
ways.
absurd. What
The
is
body and
going
the pillar
on?
could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Finally! Holy sh!
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Everything at the crime scene. There's definitely a hole with what you just said.
It seems you have forgotten.
The evidence at the crime scene. Oh, are we saying that the oil spots can't be moved because he'd have to make the exact same splooges and all that, right?
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the
Wrong!
crime scene?
There you
Allow
go.
me to cut
Okay,
through
I
those
get it.
words.
Jesus Christ, these battle time events are ridiculous
Moving
sometimes.
the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
Because you have to make the same splooges and stuff. That's why.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's okay, you were... I don't know. You went Princess Peach mode all of a sudden.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised she's been so fired up so far, so...
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
They are the same building, goddammit.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
I guess they don't know about the whole Nagito Grape House, Strawberry House thing, so...
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
It's an elevator.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on one person that has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Is it none your business?
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about Monokuma Taichi, the life-threatening game?
I see.
Yeah, bro did the
You're talking about the
Russian
final
roulette
edit,
backwards.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Oh, there are hammers, never mind.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, It might be faster just to show you.
You snap a pic, bro?
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Are you actually deadass gonna show us? Are you being helpful? Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner
See?
pocket.
This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture. I
Let
was
me
right.
Explain it to you.
I was
again.
right. I knew it. Okay, so yeah, the tower is attached to both Strawberry Hall and Grape Hall. There is no opposing structure on the other side of it. And that is because Strawberry Hall is on top of Grape Hall. And my guess is that there are two ways to go in there. One is the tower. Well, actually, the tower doesn't even move if it senses motion, so there's only one way to go across. No, two ways still, the final dead room and the elevator. But there is also the tower that goes up and down, and what might go up and down is probably just its floor, right? And I guess it could just kind of changes color based on what button is pressed. So that's what confused us.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House.
What confuses me
From
even
the
more
secret
though
room within the final dead room.
is the opposite sides, the door on the opposite side. Like, does the wall rotate to change the doors? Is that what it does? I'm not sure.
But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Definitely. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in the picture? Well, the goddamn tower. That's what doesn't make sense in the picture. There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along, which means, well,
Crap!
but what are you talking about? Are you talking about?
Here!
Yeah, the same fucking difference, but okay.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
And there's two floors. Nagito said that there's lots of things that don't make sense in that photo, which means there's another contradiction contained in it. Wait. What doesn't make sense in this picture? There's two floors. No, not the goddamn tower.
Crap!
I didn't select the tower. That's not what I selected.
Here!
Okay, that's so stupid.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
That's a stupid way of showing, hey, I'm on the second floor, instead of pointing to the building, which is clearly two-floored on the left. That's attached to the goddamn tower, but okay, I digress, whatever.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Shut the hell up, Gundam.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me,
It's really easy, guys. It's really easy.
if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Nagito, you're forgetting. We have someone that does not have an ultimate talent, so aren't you quite literally burdening him with keeping up with ultimates? Isn't that literally against your whole thing of him being able to keep up with ultimates or whatever? But he seems to be the one figuring out all the mysteries and stuff, and you don't seem to care. So I don't understand what your train of thought is.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
He seems to be the one solving it first, before everyone else. I don't know why you're saying that.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Are you talking about that one time? Why, hello there. Oh yeah, him appearing out of nowhere? Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How'd you even come here? Well, maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared on the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Oh god, a logic dive? Okay, let me not die to logic dive again like I did in the last episode. How do I jump? How do I jump? Oh, that's how I jump. Oh, that's so much bullshit. I made that. First question. No, not first question. Ouch. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? What kind of stupid question is that? That's so stupid. That's like conspiracy QAnon question right there. What? What? Bro. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They're different buildings. Well, no, they're the same building. They're on different floors. I was thinking of in the sense like, you know how hospitals are technically separated into different buildings, but they're the same building? I was thinking like that, but that's not what the game's going for. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other vertically? I put things up and put them down. That's how. Yay!
It's all coming
Big
together.
brain! Big brain!
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Big brain!
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings.
So that's why the tower, you can't really see the ceiling, because technically speaking, this building is 6 floors. And the tower, if it is like an elevator, it goes up and down 6 floors, right?
They're actually one 6-story building?
Yeah.
Think about it like that. Based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Does that mean that Mechamaru was dropped from maybe dropped from from Strawberry House down to Grape House? So, okay, hypothesis. Somehow, the killer dropped Mechamaru from Strawberry House, called the elevator down to Grape House, and then he dropped him from Strawberry House all the way down 6 floors to Grape House? Maybe he just like... Actually, how do you even do that? Because like, I don't think that the doors would open if they were on a different floor. So I don't know. Where Strawberry House is located, it's the floors above Grape House.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Please stop, Sonia. This whole trial, you've been sounding like my grandpa trying to be hip with the kids. It's not gonna work.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
Well, it is a fun house, so it would look wonky, I guess.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Monokuma? More like Monokuma. Got him. Get out of here.
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Wait, did Monokuma make the funhouse? I thought it was already here. Wait, did he make all the structures on all the other islands too? Is that how that works?
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
No, but you can't see the ceiling, right? Actually, can you see the ceiling in Strawberry
if there are
Tower?
different floors within the same building. Why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
That too.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Simp. Okay, I don't know what to go with this time.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Are you serious?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a
Did this only have to do with the same positioning? No. I'm guessing it's this bullet point again. Because, like, my guess is they're going to make the point. How did they replicate the pillar? How did they replicate the oil location? How did they replicate the body? All of that. So,
mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
from where?
Magnificent, Gundam!
We don't even have an engine
No
part.
fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Okay.
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
You're stupid. You're dumb. I can't believe I
I'm gonna
had my
solve this
hopes high
mystery in a-
for you.
Hurry up,
One of the bodies was actually a duck!
Yeah.
No, that's wrong!
Okay. Dumbass.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account. Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Great Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
True!
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Uh-oh, Kazuichi.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Oh no.
You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Sonia hates how my boy simps for her.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
What? What the?
I'm even more disappointed.
Stop simping for Sonia, bro. She don't want you. Unfortunately. She wants you to die.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
I think I figured it out. I'm big brain.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in an elevator? Are we... I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah, it's an elevator. All right, let's... Wait, we're doing a Hangman's Gambit for elevator? E-L-E-V... Elevator. You've got to be shitting me. That's so dumb. I feel like this is such a waste of time, to be quite honest. Elevator. Give me an E. Ele. Jesus Christ. Say, what? Oh, wait, I didn't get a no. No. God damn it, I almost did it without messing up.
I got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Big brain.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It is the tower.
It's the tower itself.
Hell yeah.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
That's why they don't want people in there, because they don't want it. Monokuma didn't want anybody figuring it out.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
So that was the room going up or down.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
I thought that was just the room changing color and the floor changing the design or whatever.
Please hold
And
on.
the door closing.
If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
That's a good question. That's what led to our misunderstanding that there was the building on the other side of the door. I don't know. Does it rotate? I feel like the walls might rotate or something.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Or maybe that's just a Monokuma trick. Maybe there's 4 doors with the express purpose of making it look like there's a building on the other side of the pillar. On both floors.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, if Monokuma designed this place, my guess is he has 2 doors on either side of both floors of the elevator. So he misled us into thinking there's a building on the other side of the door, which means the chain is probably still there on what would be the Grape Hall floor of the Strawberry side of the door. But it would be completely a different story if actually it wouldn't even, because we can't look at the door on the floor we're currently on to see the Strawberry Hall door, or the Strawberry Hall door. So yeah, if we go back, the chain is probably still there, is my point.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Oh, okay, thanks.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the 2 towers. That includes the body, the pillar, the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with an elevator. The only thing these things have in common is that they were all on the floor. I don't know.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
Oh, are we making the point that only the floor moves, therefore that's why everything is in the same place? Since the floor only moves up and down?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's also something unique about the elevator. Only the floor moves?
I see!
Yeah.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
So the 2 doors stay on their respective floors. That's what I was saying. There's 4 doors. 2 on one floor, 2 on the other.
Only the floor moved?
Which is why I was saying the chain is probably still on the Strawberry Hall door on the Grape Hall floor. So...
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
Well, I assumed that's what that was meant by that. Yeah. Did you assume there was like an enclosed space, I guess, that goes up and down? I always assumed that it was just the floor. It wouldn't make sense for the whole tower to be an elevator.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the 4th floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Guys, this is Monokuma. He probably just wanted to confuse the crap out of us.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Exactly.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Monokuma?
Did you hear that, Monami?
Oh.
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Bro. this ain't no hentai, okay? This ain't no Alabama. Get out of here. Oh my god.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Hall's side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. And that would make sense. The door didn't have to break the chain or anything. It's just for show. I guess the killer didn't know that? You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Oh no, they knew, and they were trying to misdirect us.
Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
So the killer also did the deadly game or whatever.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
It's a good thing you told us to go there, Nagito.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Well, yeah, that was probably the way they murdered Mechamaru, so.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Mechamaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier
Damn.
that Strawberry House
Get
and
NTR'd,
Grape
bro.
House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
That's a good question. That's a mystery. I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about the matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
What if the elevator itself rotates while it ascends very slowly?
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Actually, that would make sense now that I think about it because of the compass experiment.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? Well, one, the houses can't be on the opposite side of the tower because we deadass have a picture of them not being there on the opposite sides of the tower. So you are already contradicting like eyewitness evidence. And B, we're gonna figure out the elevator schniz right now, I guess. If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the exact same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Does the elevator move like a few feet forward and then rotate and then go up, maybe?
The elevator should move.
What's Uyuhiko's account?
Vertically, not horizontally.
What's Kazuichi's account? I know what Fuyuhiko's account is. Is Kazuichi account the one about the compass? Yeah, that one.
Horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
That's probably it.
Which means your reasoning.
Let me listen to everything.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonya are matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Oh no.
No,
Right.
that's wrong.
Yeah. Why did I guess I didn't pay attention to your statement the first time.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically.
It moved several different ways.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
My guess is it moved a few feet forward, up, rotated, and then that's it.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
That. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Interesting. Oh. That is an interesting elevator.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
I would have never thought of that way, to be quite honest. I thought Monokuma just made a special like elevator shaft or some shit. I don't know.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House
That is such a funky elevator.
appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Bro, we're on Amusement Park Island.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Yeah, dumbass.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
It's so interesting. It is very fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
You know, he makes a valid point.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? An 8-sided shape. What is this really important?
I see!
Oct?
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
An octagon is the shape with 8 sides. Why is this important?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
This is basic shapes. This is like middle school shit. You're in high school. Where is this world's education level? What?
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
An octagon is the shape with 8 sides. Are you serious? What the? This game astounds me sometimes. The place befitting of the name Octagon. It's the. Do I really have to answer this? Octagon? It's literally.
Here!
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
That would explain the shape, I guess.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Is it gonna turn out to be something cheesy like knowledge?
Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
That makes sense.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
It's wicked elaborate. Because they had to figure that out by doing the deadly challenge. And then after they did that, they went out of their way to set up the whole shebang. I wonder, I was thinking if they changed the alarm or the clocks as well, because they might have changed the clocks based on the fact that our timing was off and everybody was late to Monokuma Taichi. They also did that. So there's just a bunch of crap going on.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon, huh? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that?